Okay, so, well, first let me check something. I hope that the audio is a lot better this time around. I know there might be like a little buzzing. I'm just gonna check that real quick, and then we can get into everything. But I have a microphone this time, so hopefully that's a step up from last time. I hope. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Okay, let's see how it sounds. So, yeah, I think that sounds fine. Okay. Hopefully the audio's a little better. Whatever. If it's not, then I'm sure we'll get some feedback in a second here. But so the title is exactly what it is. I got a bunch of comic books today, and I noticed a lot of you guys, like the majority of the people that are either going to watch this live or watch this after the fact, are not comic book people. So I'm just going to start off with some drawing real quick. I've been doing, trying to do some figures from imagination. This one I'm actually really proud of, even though it's like kind of caveman-esque, but I've been trying to do some figures from imagination. So I'm going to keep doing that for a little bit. And then in a second, I'm going to go through some of these comic books that I got. Because I've actually been really interested in comic books recently. I have a lot of paintings in here from the figure model class. So or not class, but you know, the live model type painting sessions, I guess you could say. So I have to flip through carefully. But yeah, I've been trying to really grow my ability to draw figures from imagination. I feel like the hardest thing is getting a pose in your head. I never have like a pose. Like what pose do I want to do? Maybe like have a guy holding a spear. Maybe that. Something like this. I never have a pose in mind, so I feel like that kind of limits me. Maybe he's like kind of caveman sort of guy. Maybe he's like kind of. If the audio's better, then I might have to do it this way from now on. I have a microphone. It stops me from charging my phone, so I don't know how long we can stream for, but hopefully while we stream, the audio's a lot better. I think that's a worthwhile trade-off, I'd say. Okay, so basically what I've been doing is just kind of drawing like a stick figure, and then, well, first kind of erasing it a little bit, and then going back in. And this is definitely not a tutorial because I still have no clue what I'm doing. Give him some big traps. And then, you know what's weird? I feel like my my strange knowledge of bodybuilding, like not even for me personally, but mostly my brother, and also like, I don't know, just spending too much time on YouTube. My weird knowledge of like bodybuilding actually is helpful in this case. Like, I feel like I have a lot of trivial little things I know, but this is actually helping. Like knowing what certain muscles are and where they're at. That kind of is helpful. In this one niche, very particular situation. Okay. Everybody has thighs. I haven't been doing clothes either, because I feel like that's just making it harder on myself. So for now, we're just doing little, little naked cavemen kind of guys. But I don't think you guys will care. You guys are fine artists. There we go. Toss that logo. Toss a little guy in there. Maybe his leg comes off like this, kind of straight at an angle like this. But yeah, I feel like looking at comic books and looking at the way that those artists simplify and like choose their lines. I've been honestly feeling a little insecure about my art because these people are so good at what they do, and I spent so long thinking that like fine artists were the best, um, and I mean to an extent they're probably more technically sound, but I think comic book artists are probably more creative and more. Um, I don't know. I feel like their art's more intimidating than fine artists. At least to me. I don't. You guys might feel differently, but I would love to. That's a skill set I would love to obtain eventually. I have another one of these erasers somewhere else, but I can't seem to find it. So you have to open this one up. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Let's message my buddy real quick. Okay. Yeah, I have another one of these erasers, but I can't seem to find it. So we have to be wasteful and open this one up. Maybe his face is like facing that way. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then this is where the fun is. This is the fun. So now we got to pick a light source. I feel like for this case, maybe maybe along the back side of each kind of situation is in shadow. So like this, that. So if the light's coming this way, maybe most of this is in light. This is in shadow. This is in shadow. This is in shadow. And then like this. This is definitely the part that requires the most thought. So the underside of his hand or his knuckles. And then his chest, this little packet of, I don't even know. I like that little divot where the end of the pectoral is. And then some of this too, just there we go. It is thundering out right now. I think the microphone might help a little bit with not hearing that, but I think it'll be all right either way. Okay, there we go. And then the face. I've been keeping the faces really simple because that's where my skill level's at. So we're just gonna do something like that. And there's a little guy. There we go. I'm not going to ink it with ink. I'm actually going to go in with gouache, actually. Because that's my comfort zone. So. Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.